serving well over the long term is a challenge that I think as younger people we don't think about enough, if I can include myself in the younger generation. And as we get towards maybe the middle of our age, career, or however you want to put it, I know I'm starting to look at the older generation who are still serving well, and I'm thinking, I want to be there. I want to do that. What does that take? So I can't speak with the experience of having been successful yet, but I hope that I will. And to me, it seems like there's, in those that are still serving faithfully and effectively in the later years, there's a freshness spiritually. There's a teachability. There's a sense in which they're still learning. It's not just 50 years ago I attended a course, now I'm an expert. There's a fresh, every day I'm looking for ways to grow. There's a freshness to relationships. There's also a depth that comes from the bruising of life and the hurts and the betrayals and all of that. But those haven't created bitterness. They've created a sensitivity, a greater awareness of our own vulnerability. And so I suppose I'm speaking to myself as much as to anybody else. It's that sense of keeping the Lord first. I think of Mary and Martha in Luke 10, just as a little snapshot where Martha was doing the right thing. There were these guests that came. She was frantically trying to pull a meal together. She was planning a meal for 3. Suddenly there's an extra 13 hungry men on her doorstep, and she's frantically trying to pull it together. And she kind of loses it. She comes in and gives Jesus a hard time and says, you need to tell her what to do. And she commands him, she rebukes him, don't you care? And it's a really profoundly awkward moment, just in this little snapshot of a story. And Jesus' response to her is so tender, Martha, Martha. And he points to Mary, who's sitting at his feet. And I think what's going on there is that Jesus is saying we cannot let the great commandment get reversed. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Martha's problem was that she was loving her neighbor first. It wasn't that she was busy and she shouldn't be. We need Marthas in that sense. But she wasn't allowing herself to be fed. She wasn't receiving from the Lord. She wasn't being ministered to by him. She was frantically trying to minister for him. And I know myself. It's so easy to do that, where I kind of combine the two and I say, yes, I am loving God by loving people. But that's unsustainable. And I know that if I try to do that over the long haul, I will burn out, I will fail, it will be a disaster. And therefore I need today more than ever, and next year more than ever, I need to let the Lord minister to me. I need to spend time at his feet and let him feed me, minister to me, be my shepherd. And then out of response to that, I can minister to others, hopefully for the rest of my life. So I think that's the key, is to make sure that we don't put serving God first and let that take the place of allowing him to feed and care for and minister to us. That's what we need most of all.